The land of Zeah. Home to both Great Korend as well as the Kebos lowlands, Old School RuneScape's largest continent is quickly becoming one of the most diverse places for activity in the entire game. Once a barren area with large open spaces, numerous updates have ensured that this area has thrived more and more as time passes, and this year is no different. With the removal of house favour, a long-standing requirement for many activities within Great Korend, and increased availability of both new and old transport methods, the continent is more open to players than ever. But that's not all. With their recent delegation to Varrock, the shining kingdom of Varlamore has now shown its intention to open its doors to visitors and announcing themselves as the third and potentially greatest area in all of Zeah. Located south of the Stranglewood, the shining kingdom of Varlamore will offer a massive assortment of new activities, with brand new areas such as the Hunters Guild, agility courses, a Varlamore-centric questline, as well as a mid-game barriers-like dungeon offering 3 new sets of armour, among many other things. This new region has no shortage of content to explore. However, there is one place that only the bravest and most accomplished of PVMers can survive. Located in the capital of Civitas Illa Fortis lies the Fortis Colosseum. A brand new minigame boasting Inferno level difficulty, a true test to one's skill and problem solving, which only the best of players can complete. And that's where I come in. Hi, my name's Corin and this is my Zeah-locked Ironman. My goal? To complete the Fortis Colosseum whilst being unable to ever leave the continent of Zeah. So, the idea of an area locked account isn't really a particularly new one anymore. It's 2024, absolute gamers like Swampletics and Verf, and there's loads of others. There's just so many to name. They've made this, sort of once a niche game mode. It's just a massive hit now, and to be honest, it'll be harder to find a region that doesn't have a restricted account in it nowadays. So the idea of using Zeah as a restricted area for an Ironman isn't really a new idea, and I've got massive inspiration from players like Tedious for their Zeah-lock series. But, with so much content being released for Zeah recently and, in the near future, I can't help myself from wanting to see what it would be like to, completely isolate myself inside of this, huge region. I'm pretty sure even maxing wouldn't be difficult for all the content we have here. And with Varlamore being due for release in early 2024, I feel like it's the perfect time to start an account like this, and I have been wanting to for a while now. So it's the perfect excuse. And yeah, it definitely helps that in the new update coming soon, there's a massive goal for me to strive for. So the Colosseum has really made that a better choice, and there'll be an end point to this series, which I feel like is quite important. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it will be possible to complete the Colosseum, given the restrictions. But I'm really excited to test those limits, and yeah, I just want to see how powerful I can actually get just playing on Zeah, on my account, but also as a player, because I'm sure I'll need to improve in some way to beat this challenge. It's a new Inferno, and I'm an area locked account. I'll need to step it up, so yeah, I'm very excited. I know the consensus usually for series like this, where you're area locked, is that usually you would pick Ultimate Iron Man, like that. But I think that for the sake of this series and the fact that I'm not sure how difficult the Colosseum is going to be, and if I'll even be able to do it with a regular Iron Man, then I'm gonna sort of go in the middle. I'm gonna have a lot of practice when Varlamore's released, and hopefully the gear's up to scratch. If not, then I'll find some way to do it. But as it stands, I think the best path is for me to actually have a bank, and I will be picking hardcore. I would pick standard just to have the weight of the life not, on my shoulders, but we don't want to do that, do we? So let's go hardcore, and I will try and keep this life for at least my Colosseum attempts. I might not keep it, but it's an extra bit of challenge to this series that, I'm not doing UIM, so I don't have the issues of having no bank. So I think this is, a fair enough compromise. If I do die, I'm not going to stop the series because I think that'd be stupid. But yeah, it's a nice little bonus, you know, seeing a red helm as well. I've not played a hardcore in a while, so yeah, I think it'll be quite good, and maybe it will actually be a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, I will be choosing hardcore, and give me that, and let's begin. So first off, let me address the elephant in the room. As you've probably noticed, I've gotten off Tutorial Island and I'm not on Zeah. I'm supposed to be a Zeah-locked Ironman, so what gives? Yeah, obviously once I spawn, I'm not going to instantly be at Zeah, though that would be perfect. But this actually works out quite well, because before I lock myself there, I do have to do a few things just to make the actual series possible. And luckily, that segues right into the rules of the series, which you can now see on screen here. So, in terms of restrictions, I'm going to go through this as concisely as I can while explaining everything. So, I am going to be restricted to the areas within the continent of Zeah. I'm an area locked account, that's obvious. I class these areas as Great Core End, Varlamore and Kebos Lowlands. I think everyone would, but I'm just going to be specific just in case there's any room for doubt. And there is a little bit of a clause in terms of how I want to progress the series, which might interfere with this rule in particular, and that is also written down here. So any ventures outside of this continent will be short and will only be done if a certain item, quest or challenge is required to make the end goal possible or feasible. So tying in with this, you can see on the left, I have a few prerequisites before I want to enter the region, and I think that every single one of these makes the end goal possible or feasible. The biggest one is Druidic Ritual. I need to unlock the Herblore skill to make potions. Otherwise, completing the Fortis Colosseum will most likely be next to impossible, especially considering I have gear restrictions as well. And I don't think I'll be able to do it without having restores, brews, etc. And the pestle and mortar ties into this, right? So I don't think you can find a pestle and mortar on Zeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm going to be bringing one in with me. I'm pretty sure the only use that it has is to crush birds' nests, but I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's all I need it for. But that is very important for brews, so yeah, again, Herblore makes the end goal possible or feasible. I'm not going to be spending 10 years practicing to be the best player on earth just to do this challenge. You know, it's a lot of time to spend and I don't think I have that time. So, next. Children of the Sun, that's an obvious one. I don't want to restrict myself from going to Varlamore. It's a new piece of content and the main reason I made the account was to go to Varlamore, and the end goal is there. So, makes the end goal possible. And X marks the spot. Again, I need it to access Zeah, so that's also another quest I'll be completing. So, skill capes. I know a lot of area restricted accounts allow this. They allow the buying of skill capes, going to another place, buying the skill cape and going back. It's a nice sense of accomplishment, you know, and you've earned the skill yourself in your zone, so I do think it's fine if that's what you want to do, but for me, for what I want to personally do with this account, I am not going to be allowing the buying of skill capes unless they're in Zeah, or, you know, if I think they're going to make the end goal possible. So yeah, decisions like this are going to be made at my own discretion. I want to make the account as legit as possible, and it's going to take a long time for me to release videos. I will have a big backlog in clips, so if I were to wait for a decision, I might be waiting many months. So I will make decisions with the account's integrity in mind. I don't really want to ruin the account. I want to make it as legit as possible, but I do also want to achieve my goal. So if I do this, it won't be unless I think it's really, really required for the account to actually complete the goal. And yeah, all of this ties in with the last thing down here, is that all progress is going to be aimed towards the end goal of completing the Fortis Colosseum. And hopefully I'll be the first area restricted account to do so. I'm not sure if I will be, because there are a lot of very, very far along Zeah-locked accounts, but you know, I can always hope, right? Okay, so I've just now got my membership because I think I figured out a way to get less XP for Druidic Ritual, because I do need to kill both a bear and a rat to get their meat. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to Falador, and there is a bear there, or there's multiple actually, and I'm going to see if it works. Oh, and before I forget, I should have done this earlier, dropping all my stuff. So there's no room for mistake or anything like that. And we are here. So I have set up my main in this safe spot, and he He's going to see if he can poison the bear with the Serp, and he's got a Dragon Dagger. He's brewed down, so hopefully he only hits a 1, and the goal is for him to hit the 1, poison the bear, and the bear needs to regen 1 health before the poison splat lands. If this all happens, then I believe I should be able to get the drop with only dealing 1 damage to it, so let's hope this works, because I am really not sure if it does. Okay, come on. I need to see it go from 25 to 19 health, and if that happens, then we're in. Yes, okay. Okay, it worked. Now, all I need to do is hit a 1. Okay, I've hit the 1. Hopefully this works. I'm not 100% sure. Fingers crossed. Please. Come on. Do I get it? Yes! Yes, it worked! Ooh, okay, so that's 8 attack XP, 4 strength XP. These 4s, I got 4 in each combat, and that's from Tutorial Island, because I thought I'd split them up a little bit. So, ideally, all these stats are the same, apart from attack going from 8 to 12 when I kill this rat, which is going to be a little bit of a bigger issue. Okay, so this is my main who's doing the poisoning, and hang on, I'm trying to find where Doric is. I've had an interesting idea for the rat, and my issue was that the poison from a regular dagger, that's a P++, like this one here, does 6 damage, and the giant rats, I'm pretty sure, have 5 health, so that would just kill it without me knowing if it's regen health or not. So what I've done is I've used Quorm, and here it is. I've used Quorm and I think it's like blue dragon dust to make a weapon poison. I've never done that in my life, but apparently it's a thing. And I'm now walking to Doric's anvil with steel bars that I've made to get a lower strength bonus as well. So I hopefully hit only 1s or 0s. So the poison from this dagger should only do, I want to say 4 damage. So if I hit a 1 and poison it, and the 4 hit splat doesn't kill the rat, it means it's regened the 1 HP, which means that my Zeah-locked should be able to hopefully kill it for the loot. So hopefully this works out. I'm not sure if it will, but it seemed to work out of the bear, so I can't see why it wouldn't for this. And there he is, Steel Dagger P++, and I'm going to Lumbridge to find my rat. Okay, so the safe spot set up, and let's see how long this takes. Oh, get mugged! Okay, let's see if we can do this again. So, brew down on the alt, and hopefully this works. Okay, there's 1 damage. And if it doesn't die, we get the kill. Well, if it does die, then we need to reset. Okay, I think that's it. Come on, please. Yes, yes, okay, perfect. As I said, 12 attack XP, 1156 hit points, and that's all the XP we will be getting on the mainland, and I'm going to go buy the rest of the meat and finish up the quests that I need to do, and then hopefully it won't be long until I'm on my true home turf. Okay, so I've realised now that I've dropped everything in my inventory, and obviously that's a good thing, but it also means that in order to buy the raw meat I need, I am going to have to find a way to make money without actually getting any XP. So what I've done is I found a coin spawn. It's in Alcrid Arena over there, so shouldn't be long. I'll pick up 2 coins, which is all I'll need for the meats, and hopefully that's in the spirit of the game, but you know, it's all subjective, isn't it? So I know for sure I'm fine with it. Like, I'm not getting XP, so it's alright. And here we are at the arena. Hopefully, if the wiki is right, there should be... There he is. Coins. So I'm pretty sure I only need 2 coins for what I want to get, so... Oh, hang on. No, that's not right. Here we are, 2 coins. Okay, beautiful. So I am now just realising that there were actually rats and bears on Zeah, but I still think this is probably even more in the spirit of what I want to do, because, you know, I if I go to Zeah, I want to be locked there, right? So if I go to Zeah, kill a bear, then a rat, then leave Zeah again, complete a quest, I don't know, it seems a bit weird to me. I mean, 1 HP flinching a bear and a rat is also quite weird, but you know, I think this is, if not better, it's the same sort of moral level, I guess. Okay, and here we are at the food shop. So if I'm not wrong, raw beef should be 1 coin, yep, and raw chicken should also be 1 coin, so perfect. All 4 things that I need, and on my way through Falador to get to Tavali, where I'm going to complete Druidic Ritual, I'm going to pick up a spade because I have no money to buy one myself and I need it for X marks the spot, so it's all working out really well on the mainland. Why am I moving to Korend again? Give me this lovely spade. And onwards to Tavali. Go. Oh, okay. We are through. Put that in a cauldron, turn it blue for whatever reason. I've never read why we do this on the quest, but I just do it. Oh. It was a bit bad to get 2 levels outside of Zeah, but there is Druidic Ritual and Herblore is unlocked, which is by far the most important thing. Okay, and here we are, the beginning of the new quest that's just released to introduce Varlamore. I'm fairly sure. Children of the Sun, so I'm fairly sure we talk to these people. And I'm actually going to be reading lore for the first time because I'm very curious what's going to happen here. So, and obviously I've never done this quest before, so let's see. I hope there's no combat. If there is, I'll find a way around it, but fingers crossed. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to follow this guy? Okay. Shh, get away! Get away, you stray dog! No, we're undercover, Guys, Fortis, once we've got these papers signed, you lot will be free to travel to Varlamore for the first time. You can come and go as you please. Oh, I definitely will. Okay, was that the quest? That might have been the quest. Yeah, it was. And there's a chicken. Anyway, yeah. You completed Children of the Sun. You were awarded 1 quest point and access to Varlamore. This is why I made the account, so... okay, now all that's left is to get my access to Zeah and begin. So, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Oh, here's something I didn't think would happen. Random event. I'm going to see what it is. Mime show. Regardless of what it was, I am not in Zeah, so any random events I get out here, which I imagine won't be many because the only reason I'll be back in the mainland is if I die or there's a new quest that I need to do, I will be dismissing them. So, goodbye, Mr. Mime, and hello, Veos. And there is X marks the spot. So now I have access to Zeah, which is what we wanted, and that should be all of the quests I need before going there. So before I go, I'm going to use this antique lamp. I think it's fine to use it here because it is a Zeah story quest, so you know it's related to Zeah, and I will definitely be needing the XP in something, but for now, I am going to leave it in my inventory while I figure out what skill I need the most. Maybe there's one I have an issue with or something like that. So for now, I will be leaving this in my inventory and I will not go to Zeah yet. I will log out and I will see just in case if there's anything I need to do. And if not, we can begin our journey. So apparently I did forget something, and it seems that you can't actually get a pestle mortar in Zeah, so I'm going to run over there really quick, and I don't know where I got this 200 coins from, but I've only been doing quests, so I assume I can use it. I'm going to buy a pestle mortar from the store in Tavali, and that is most likely going to be the only exception I make in terms of getting items from the mainland to Zeah, but obviously that can change. and I do want to get it done before I go there, just for, you know, a little bit of more integrity for the account. So yeah, just heading over there now, and hopefully I will be back. But there's also obviously a bit more research I'm going to do, because I've only been looking for about 5 minutes, so I am probably missing other things. Give me that pestle and mortar. Beautiful. Okay, I am ready now to go to Zeah and lock myself there. So wish me luck, and I will see you there. Also, I should let you know, I did drop my coins, my spade, and my easy or beginner clue, I think, that they gave me for completing the quest. So there is no room for doubt in terms of what items I'm allowed to bring. I have made the exception for the pestle and mortar, and I'm bringing the antique lamp that I got from the Zeah questline quest, so that's also fine with me. And that is all. You can see I'm not wearing anything. So yeah, fresh start on a new continent. God, wish I could do this in real life. And with that, all preparations for my time in Zeah have been completed, so I guess there's nothing much else to do except begin the journey. So, thanks for watching. I will see you in episode 1.